Out of Knoxville, I was on a plane that was so small that when we got on the plane and were sat down, flight attendants were conferring with each other and looking at a piece of paper, and they look up and they point to me, and then one comes over to me and says, "Sir, we're going to have to redistribute some passengers just before takeoff, just to get the weight distribution good," which was code for, "Hey, we need to move the fat guy or else this plane is never going to get off the ground." And I feel like we shouldn't approach the wonders of aviation with the same attitude we would as the bad suspension in an old used car. Of like, here's your roll of duct tape, just in case the plane starts to vibrate apart. And we'll throw some sandbags on the wing and we'll be fine. Let's light this candle, let's go. Like I said, I'm currently based in Knoxville, Tennessee, and to give you an idea of what kind of town that is, I heard this following conversation in a bar there one time. "Hey, sorry I'm late. I had snakes in my car." But then her friend said, "Again?" That is the kind of place that it is. I feel a little out of place there. I feel like, being from the north, I feel like a Viking that was on his way to the New World and got blown way off course and landed in Mexico. And he's like, "I've come to conquer this." Ooh, it is hot. Wow, I am dressed in way too many heavy furs for this climate. It is bad. It is bad there. It's very hot. But I'm glad to be back here. Seymour, you're looking good. It's been a while since I've been back for any length of time. Looking very good. Things have been changing. It's certainly different than back when I was living here last. Our Old Town slogan used to be, "Seymour, come for the polluted river. Stay because your car got stolen and dumped in the polluted river." But I mean, we've come a long way since before Connecticut Magazine once called the Valley the uncultured and benighted, which I was very offended at once I looked up what that meant in the dictionary. That's good. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be doing comedy again. I took a little break for a while. I took a hiatus from comedy, but I know how many days it's been since I last did comedy because I've now started buying calendars. That's the thing that comes with adulthood. I have so many calendars in my house, too many calendars. I don't know where they all came from. But I feel like there has to be some use to them, because calendars are the only thing you buy purely for the using of telling how many days you have left until you throw it away. That's what a calendar's for. But I feel like I have so many calendars that's going to be my thing that I capitalize on in the Mad Max apocalypse wasteland. Like, you can keep your water and your bullets. I'm going to have my calendars. If you give me a gallon of gasoline, I'll tell you how many days until your birthday. Pull back a little curtain and be like, my battle van will be covered in pictures of puppies and little Santa hats and kittens running around in flower beds. I'll be the terror, the calendar lord. I do a lot of driving for my work. I commute a lot, and the thing I can't stand is people that get lost and then they slow down to a stop. I hate that. It drives me insane. I just say get lost with confidence. If you're gonna get lost with confidence. I get lost all the time. I'm terrible with directions. I make U-turns on one-way streets. I go over spike strips in reverse. I turn 2-lane country back roads into 4-lane highways, or I get lost with confidence, that's what I'm saying. I've driven through 3 playgrounds, no casualties. My motto is, a dead end is just an opportunity to forge your own path in life, even if it's through someone's backyard. I take wrong turns so fast that Google Maps can't keep up with me, starts trying to reroute me, the phone overheats, literally starts melting, I high kick it out the window, I don't care, I don't need it. Get lost with confidence, that's what I say. So I'm very excited to be here. When they told me what they wanted to do here, they wanted me to put on a comedy show to help raise money for the church. I said, are we living in the plot of a Hallmark Lifetime original movie here? We're one sports-playing dog away from having a TV movie going on here. Like, we gotta put together a variety show to save the church from the bank. Like, banks never take anything away anymore. It's not like the 30s when the banks used to come and take your house. Now it's all called, foreclosures and seizure of property. It's never like a little kid sitting on a porch with a shotgun going like, I'm supposed to shoot anyone who comes from the bank. No, we don't have that anymore. There's no old man with a giant wrecking ball standing outside going, you'll never save this church. I'm going to turn it into a parking garage. No, it's not happening. When you're a little kid, wrecking balls don't seem like a real thing, but they are. And that's the thing that you come into adulthood and you're like, wrecking balls are real. Wrecking balls are as real as giant round bombs with sparking fuses aren't real. That's amazing. I didn't know that. So I was trying to think of people who could possibly go on the show. Give it up for Jordan again. She was great, right? I was a little entertained. She pulled in the room in the last minute, and it was great. I loved it. I would rather have that than fire dancers. Fire dancers, I don't get what the appeal of that is, because there's no such thing as a bad fire dancer. You're either a good fire dancer, or you're just a really fancy arsonist at that point. I don't get fire dancers at restaurants, because imagine how hard a service industry job is to begin with. Now imagine it with a guy spinning a flaming hula hoop around all the time. And I don't get fire dancers. I've been excited for the Christmas season coming up. Everybody excited for Christmas? Yeah. I've been sort of thinking back about the Christmas traditions that I've been through, and one thing that really sticks out in my mind is from a young age, my family would do scratch-off lottery tickets as stocking stuffers. And that's really a weird thing to do for like a little kid. You come down on Christmas morning and there's just a 12-year-old sitting on the fireplace mantle like, come on. Gah! Ah! Holiday doubler, got me again. So what's the next step after that? You just come down Christmas morning and there's just a carton of Lucky Strikes under the tree. A little kid standing outside in his ratty bathrobe, just looking off into the distance, just like, this divorce is gonna kill me. 7th grade's gonna be no cakewalk either. No, but I have been thankful, because I am not a guy who is accustomed to hot temperatures. Still, even after living down south for so many years, I'm still not used to the hot temperatures going so late in the year. But then again, once it does get cold, I'm so much more prepared than everybody down there. It's great. Northern men, when they go down south, there's physiological changes that occur to them. I shaved my face clean yesterday morning, and this is just comfortable night. On the first frost, it's amazing. The first frost, northern men, we start to feel this strength pump through our bodies, and we leave out an offering of moose antlers and a bowl of chestnuts on our front door. And when we open it up the next morning, there's a jug of mead on there, and it's from the great winter spirit. You can just hear him laughing through the wind. And then we go out and run through the forest and punch trees. It's great, It's our own traditions we bring down there. But before I lived in Knoxville, I lived in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's sort of the capital of Amishdom. The king of the Amish lives there, I think. But while I was living there, I was mugged by an Amish person. And I knew they were Amish because they had a ski mask on, but they still had the wide brim hat on. Their beard stuck out from underneath the ski mask. And he was like, give me your phone! Explain! But his horse's name is Jebediah, and he lives 2 miles that way. So I one time was working at a job that we had to go to a group bonding, sort of a teamwork building, overcome diversity. And everybody I worked with all had great stories. They were talking about how they had been smuggled into the country when they were a child inside a large grapefruit. And they had to work in a bullet factory as a child to make ends meet, making bullets with their bare hands. And they had to fight off a pack of wolves to save their 14 brothers and sisters. But I felt like I didn't have a good story. So I racked my brain, and I remembered that I had a roommate who never clipped his toenails, but instead he would wait until he had a hangnail and then he'd peel the nail off, chew on it, and spit it out onto the carpet. And I overcame that adversity by moving out. They let me go from next. They said I was not a team player. So I was in a relationship for a while, and now I'm single again, and it's like coming out from living underground for years, and you come out and you see the sun for the first time, and you're like, single life, ah! But I've had to readjust because it's been a while, and I'm not good at online dating at all. I don't really get it. The first time I tried to do online dating, I signed up for a service and was immediately matched with my ex-girlfriend's little sister. So I quit online dating real quick. But I don't get the apps nowadays. Like my straight friends have Tinder, and my gay friends have Grindr, and my asexual friends have LinkedIn, I guess. I don't know. Add to my professional network. I don't know. But I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to look a little better. My hair is thinning. And, some would say, like, hey, you're going bald. But I prefer to say that the rivers of time are forging a path through my hair. And over time, it will open up and form a majestic Grand Canyon of baldness. And people will come from miles around to admire its majesty. That's the way I'm looking at it, at least. I know what I look like.